Hi Jessica, I'm Atre from Kumasi. I met my boyfriend on Facebook where we used to chat until we exchanged contacts. I liked him along the way, which is why I accepted his proposal. I love him and I feel he does too, although it's a long-distance relationship. We've dated for a year now, but I don't know where he lives. We always meet at my place. I don't know any of his friends, not to talk of his family members. I know the area he lives in, but whenever I try to visit him at his place, he gives excuses. I'm scared because each time I talk about meeting his family, he says okay and forgets about it. The worst part is that I played a prank on him that I was pregnant, and all he could tell me was terminate it now. With all these, I'm now scared and not happy in the relationship anymore because he is in his 30s and I'm beginning to suspect he might be married or something. I found his siblings through his Facebook friend list. Should I end the relationship or go and meet the family myself? Please help me. What should I do?
I know it comes across as shady when someone you're dating just refuses to introduce you to anyone. But I don't know what the ladies have to say. So Olivia, I'll come straight to you. What are your thoughts on this particular story?
A lot is wrong with this, if you ask me. You find somebody on Facebook, you start dating. You don't take your time to find out exactly who he is, give the relationship time, and you're intimate with them. Like, you just said that. You played a prank on him, telling him that you're pregnant, and he's going on about terminated now. How do you end up being intimate with somebody when you don't even know them like that? And now he doesn't want to introduce you to his family. He doesn't want to, so at which point in time did you actually think that it was cool to know him intimately like that? You don't know where he's from. He could be a ghost, for crying out loud. This is me exaggerating, but really, there's things in this world, though. It's a crazy world out there. You can't just take things on face value. For me, if you ask me, I don't think it's a relationship that's going anywhere. He's not ready to even man up, assuming you had actually been pregnant. He wasn't even, he's like, okay, terminate the pregnancy. Does he really care about you like that? You don't know anything about him. You don't know where he's from. You don't know his sisters, his siblings. You don't know. And I don't really think he's into you like that. I feel like, young lady, you know what? I'm not going to judge you. People do make mistakes. Maybe you genuinely didn't know. Moving forward, don't have relationships with people that you don't know. Trust me, if a guy really loves you and they care about you, or they even care about the relationship that they have with you, they want you to have an idea as to their family. Like when you're chatting with somebody, even if it's just a regular friend or a work colleague that you've met for the first time, and you're just chit-chatting. Yes, clearly the first day you don't spill everything out. But once you start building some kind of relationship with them, the person at least knows that, oh, you live in this area. And I mean, for him, if he's comfortable with sleeping with you intimately, what's the big deal knowing where his house is at? Do you see what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Don't. I feel like I'm reaching out to a lot of young ladies out there. Don't mistake intimacy or sex for love. They're two different things. Love isn't like that. You can't use sex to sort of get a man to be bound to you for life. I mean, he's in and out of there. He goes about minding his own business. So, my dear, moving on, I don't think this relationship is heading anywhere, if you ask me. And I'm begging you not to commit the same mistake. Next time, just try and get to know the person a little bit more. Who are they? Where are they from? Where do they live? At least the siblings. You can't just jump in and know the parents. At least tell it, this is my brother, and the sister knows you. Oh, so this is my friend. You know that it's something that's going somewhere. The person is comfortable in having you in their space and vice versa. So it's a bit scary for me. So moving on, just do what you have to do. I'm not sure about an ultimatum in this matter, but clearly he doesn't want you anywhere in your life. If I were you, I'd advise myself and just, get out of the relationship. But that is just me. That's my piece of advice to you.
Rosina, she says she's found his family members, his siblings on, in his Facebook list. Should she reach out to them?
Why should she? Why should she? I mean, the writings are all on the wall. Sometimes I know that when you love somebody, and depending on how you see the person, it really affects. It's like when the heart is at 100%, the brain comes down, which is normal. So I can understand why she's desperate. She's looking for ways and means. In her mind, she feels she's probably committed a whole year to nurture this relationship, and she's probably thinking like, oh, we bond so well. When he comes over to my place, our intimate moments are special. So even though she's giving us all the red flags, in her heart, she still hasn't come to the terms of breaking up with him or not being with him. So she's holding on to something small. Okay, I've located his sister on Facebook. So should I go to the sister? You'd have the rudest shock of your life. Trust me. You'd have a big shock of your life. And you see, Facebook or social media friendships that lead to, of course, there are exceptions to the rule. But you see, once you know that you are taking such a risk, you need to take certain steps to mitigate the risk. How can you meet a man as a woman on Facebook? Yes, you talk small, Accra. You don't even know who. Look, even when people connect on social media, you realize that once you connect, you look for common friends, you try and ask around, even when you haven't even seen the person. Or, there's always something that happens, But for you to meet the guy, chit-chatting as a woman, you were so comfortable to bring a man that you haven't met, I already talked to on social media to your house, and this man is never comfortable with you visiting him, and you were able to open up the apple for him to chop. I don't understand. Because in the typical scheme of things, when there's dating or there's courtship, of course, you can meet at my place, your place, or neutral grounds to talk. And it's even dangerous because you should know that the internet is filled with a lot of criminals, a lot of wannabe people. So even when you vibe well on the internet, it's advisable that you start meeting on neutral grounds. Get to know yourselves, get to know the kind of people he hangs out with, get to know what job he does for real, get to know where he works. And Accra is big, but it's small. Ghana is even smaller. So whether you like it or not, you by all means find somebody who knows you and knows him. And it'll be more comfortable for you to deal around. But the fact that you started seeing that this guy doesn't want you anywhere around his house, for me, that would be the last time you'd ever have any conversation with me if it were me. Because, come, you know my house, you come into my house, you know me, you probably know my siblings, everybody. You don't want me to know anybody around you, you don't want me to know your house. That's so shady. It's so shady. That sister you've located, in your best interest, you see, if you're in a relationship and you need to do detective work, in order for it to hold, it is not a relationship. It is a job without pay.
Love it.
And without any reward, possibly. You see, so for you to have to go around Facebook to locate his sister, and now you are thinking that to reach out to him and tell the sister that Charlie, he has, and that test you did, that you were pregnant, which means that you guys have been sleeping unprotected. Somebody you don't know his house, and you have been sleeping unprotected with the person. Look, there are all kinds of diseases on the planet. You don't even know the guy, you don't even know his house. You don't even know, Charlie, you don't know anything. Now you pranked him that, you are pregnant, and his first instance terminates that thing. So assuming you were really pregnant, and he decided to change his number, change his chip so that you can't reach him again, how would you find the father of the baby? How would you know which house it's coming from? How would you even know that the name he has given you is actually his real name? Charlie, there are a lot of things that happen in this world. So, my dear, locating the sister, dear, I think that it's a wrong move. Don't do it. You'll be up for the real deal. This guy on his own has showed you that he's not a man you should put your energies into. Start getting your brain to work and let your heart calm down.
Okay, and I hear Rosina when she says don't locate the sister. But here's my thing. Wouldn't you rather know? Like, because this guy's been acting shady. Your gut feeling is telling you there's something off. If you have access to his siblings, wouldn't you rather know?
Well, maybe to put my mind at ease, I probably would fish out information, but I wouldn't approach them.
Okay.
I would rather ask around and know about his family and know who he is than to actually speak with his siblings. Because like she said, like that's a job without pay. When the relationship is right, nothing, you may go through challenges, but everything works together for you guys to be stronger. It always ends up right. I don't know how to explain it. So, in fact, when you finished telling us the story, or when we heard the lady's story, I just wanted to scream out, "He's a ghost. He doesn't exist." Like, all sorts of creepy psychos are on the internet.
Plenty.
And we might take it for granted and laugh about it, ABCD, but seriously, this guy could be a ghost, like simple. Maybe he's dead like 3 years ago. See,
That's far-fetched, though.
I'm not even joking.
Dead like 3 years?
Anyway, let me leave it there. But all I'm trying to say is that, yes, it's too shady for you to continue in a relationship like this. For your sanity, for your protection, stay away. Stay away. Run away. In fact, run away. This relationship is not for you, because you may find something out other than he having a wife, having kids, having a whole life out there. I want to say he's a ghost. And plus, you don't have to work so hard fishing out information for a relationship. The guy should be very happy, or you should be very happy introducing your man or your woman to your friends and your family, or people you care about, because this is somebody you claim you love. And so it shouldn't be difficult for you to go back to the people that you've grown up with or are your family and say, "Oh, you know what, this is the guy I want, so please run away, cut all ties with him." Unfortunately, you've shown him your house, so in this case I would say ultimatum is the best. Because it's not the first case where, you're still in a relationship, you love the person. This one, you've realized he's shady. You've given him all access. So you need to be abrupt enough to suck him out of your life. Otherwise,
Atre from Kumasi. You don't have a boyfriend. That's just the fact of the matter. He's obviously either married to somebody else, is not really into you. You're just a side chick to him. But I can tell you this for a fact. If it was me, I'll so reach out to his siblings.
You do.
See, let me tell you. Personal story, Charlie. Personal story.
But
listen,
Charlie.
No, wait. Let me just tell you this, my story. Rosina, hold it.
Okay.
So, ex-boyfriend comes back after like 6 years of being married. Got married to someone else, moved on. We've all moved on. Comes back with this story about how, he's moved out, divorced from his wife, okay, they have a kid. And I'm like, okay, so he's spinning all these lies. I'm taking it in, okay, or if you say so. On my way home that evening, Mancho reached out to his wife on Facebook. Oh, no, because I wanted to find out, are you guys really done? Because this is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Right? Within minutes,
the guy called you.
He calls me. "Why have you called my wife?" I said, "I thought you guys weren't together." And straight away, I could see through. Like, I didn't have time to go ahead. I mean, listen, Mujai, okay, let me find out if it's true. Because if you're truly divorced, I don't see why your wife would still say that you're married.
Exactly. Your ex-wife.
It saved me a whole lot of hassle. You feel me? And I get it. That is too much work.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship where you're constantly, you've turned into a spectator.
I tell you.
It's not worth it. I get that. But then to give yourself some sanity, to just be able to move on clean. If you reach out to his siblings, what's going to happen? Me, my 2 cents, reach out to them. Find out if he's married. He's probably married. Hopefully they tell you the truth, and then you can take a decision from there. Me, that's what I think. Rosina, what are you going to say?
But for me, yeah, I was like, the reason why I wouldn't reach out is that, you see, there are different kinds of people. You see, this woman that you reached out to, for instance, sometimes you can have people who are rather on the side of the people. So the way they'll blast you, the way they'll say all manner of things to you, and some of them can even keep up with the lie
and
of their
cover
brother.
up. Yeah.
So if the brother is somebody who takes care of the family, or fra, once you start asking certain questions, the questions are, who are you? Why are you asking me these questions? And maybe she will not give you a response to begin with, and she'll go and tell the brother that this person reached, oh, sir, I'll say, why smart, wow. Tell her this, tell her this, tell her that, tell her that. Then she can come back and say, oh, in fact, your brother has been talking about you to me, and she and the sister can play you inside out. So sometimes you get lucky when you meet other parties who recognize the fact that, okay, this is another woman, and I wouldn't want her to go through certain things. They can be clean with you and even tell you and even,
give you more information.
Yeah.
But some other people, they will now put you deeper. They will now give you a certain sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
Or they now make you feel like, oh, now you know the sister. The sister will be calling you, be calling the sister. And once you locate the sister, the guy can get the sister and say, Charlie, you know what, this one is my side something. I'm not really interested. But Charlie, it's just something, my wife, Charlie, maybe she's a bit of a trouble. I just need to vent out once in a while. So if she wants to meet people who are my sister, help me play along. And if the sister is someone who benefits from the brother, he will help you play along. And sometimes by the time the sister sees that you're also a nice person and she probably wants to help you out, a lot of damage would have happened. My thing is that, look, forget the third party. The second party, as in the man himself, has given you every reason to believe that he doesn't love you. I won't go look for validation.
That's your cue.
Remember?
Just go.
Yeah. I mean, you make a solid point there.
You can always try, like just saying, I think you can actually always try, just so that you have some sanity and peace of mind. You never know, maybe the sister might be nice to you. We'll try and say echo through for you, no problem. But for me, bottom line, a man who doesn't want to open up his side of his life to you, a man who doesn't want to introduce you to his family, is shady. So for me, that's like a no-go, because at the end of the day, if you guys have to get married, at which point in time, it's been a year, one whole year, you don't know his sister or anybody some way. But I mean, like just the saying, I think you can always try, but for me, nah.
Yeah.
Just a story like this makes me miss all of us being in one space, because I tell you, like, anyway, run away.
But I mean, dear lady, I think you have your answers there. The guy is shady. So whether he wants to reach out to sibling, whether you want to just take a decision based on what we've said, this guy is up to. He's not your boyfriend, though. You're his side chick, if at all, or just some chick he uses when he's in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
One of many. So look sharp. Comments here. Anna says, my dear, end it right here. If you're looking for marriage material in him because he's a married man. Kofi says, Madam, he doesn't have his own room. He sleeps in the same room with his siblings. So have patience and don't go and disgrace yourself in the family. Okay.
True.
That actually might be. Maybe we're thinking too hard about this. I don't know how to be gentle in matters such as these. Someone is playing you and you can't see. What are you still there for? Use your head and get out. You've wasted enough time already. And did you say you are in love? Anokwa. Oh, Charlie, this person doesn't have a name. Lord says, hey lady, I'll not pamper you, but tell it to your face that you're being silly and naive. How can you be sleeping with someone you met on Facebook? Don't know anything about him. He avoids everything about his background, and you still say you love him? D says, if he hasn't gone to introduce you to anyone, then you're not in the picture at all. You're wasting your time, and the only time you realize it's a mistake, by the time you realize it's a mistake, the problem would have already occurred. Nana says, my dear, forget him and move on with your life. A man who doesn't allow you to come into his house is a married man already. No need wasting your time looking for his family when he's not ready to let you know them. Gifty says, I don't know why you've even wasted a year of your precious time. No. You are his side chick, my dear. The main one is there. Just do yourself a favor, move on. And finally, Agnes says, please listen to your intuition. You suspect he's married or could be in another relationship, possibly with children. The secrecy is enough for for you to decide.
Thank you so much for watching Sister Sister on your favorite Citi TV. Now, don't forget, if you want some more exciting content, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. We call it the Citi Tube. And don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications for fresh updates.
Sister Sister, every Friday at 9 p.m. only on Citi TV.